You're listening to After Hours FM.
Hello.
Hey guys,
Welcome to another serial killer episode.
it's been a long
A long
time.
time since we've done true crime. We've done Epstein. That's our most recent one.
Oh, true, I forgot. I,
That was a different type of crime though.
yeah,
So,
because what I had in mind was the Dahmer episode.
this is going to be more like that.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about this person. You said something about Beach?
Yeah. So, we're going to be talking about the Gilgo Beach serial killer, aka the Long Island serial killer.
Okay. And we are also dressed in kind of a beach theme.
Yeah, this was not intentional, but
It
it's
wasn't.
so hot. I'm
It,
already sweating.
I'm literally got out of the shower and I felt like I wasn't even really drying up. We don't mean to like be inappropriately
Yeah.
dressed or anything because
Forgive us,
we
please.
think these stories should be approached with the respect and
Mhm.
you know.
Absolutely. I also said killer is going to be more about the killings, like less
Ooh,
about
the
the
person.
guy himself.
Oh.
But we will get to that.
I almost thought you were gonna say that it would be multiple people who did the killing.
No, no, no. That's not the case. So, let us begin. It all started with Shannon Gilbert.
That's the first victim.
She went missing and the justice system failed her pretty badly.
No, is this in
Yeah.
America? Yeah, in Long
Yes,
Beach,
yes.
Long Island.
Long Island. I think Long Beach is somewhere else, girl.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. We're not
Long Island
American.
is like a random ass state close to New
Is
York.
that a state though?
Yeah.
I thought it was a part of New York.
Oh, never mind. Wait, Long Island?
Long Island.
No, I
I
was
know the
thinking about
cocktail.
I was thinking about Rhode Island.
Where was I? Oh yeah, Shannon Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
So she was 23 years old and she was working as an escort.
Okay.
And she called 911 on May 1st in 2010 after having been to a client's home. And in the call, she told the operator that she believed someone was after her and was trying to kill her.
Oh
hmm
shit.
And then she disappeared.
Fuck, they got her. I fear.
Well, initially, the police didn't do much with this case.
No, you're
Yeah,
joking.
unfortunately. But Gilbert's mom was very active and she was the one keeping her name circulating in the media and like keeping this story alive.
That's so good.
Yeah, and she was constantly being told by the police just lazy excuses like, "Oh, I don't know, they're on a budget or they don't have enough people or like bullshit like that." And so then 8 months later, in December,
Oh my
the
god.
search finally got taken seriously and a body was found.
8 months later, a body was found.
Yeah, but the body was not Shannon's.
Where and how and
Well, it was in the area,
okay.
and initially her mom was told, Mary Gilbert was told that it was her daughter.
Yeah.
However, her daughter had some type of metal thing in her jaw because she got abused by her boyfriend. And so they
No.
could have known initially that it wasn't her. So I don't know why they
Yeah.
even would tell Mary that it is her child.
I mean, they wouldn't know about the jaw
They
thing.
did know though.
Oh, okay. The police told her this.
Yeah, they told her that
Okay.
her daughter had been found, but it turned out that it wasn't her. And additionally, three other bodies were also found, and they were all wrapped in like cloth. And so pretty quickly, it was known that this was like done by probably the same guy.
Yeah.
And so these four bodies that were found were labeled as the Gilgo Four because they're the four OG.
Oh my
They're
god.
like the four first found
Bodies.
bodies.
Wait, were they all found in the same place?
I think just close to each other,
Okay, in Long
like
Island.
dumping ground type beat, because it
Oh.
was also known that they weren't from there originally.
Oh, okay.
But the four people were Maureen Bernard Barnes, Amber Castello, Megan Waterman, and Melissa Bartholomew.
Oh,
And so,
R.I.P.
yeah, RIP for real. The police knew right away that this was a serial killer. Um,
Because of the.
because of the similarities in how the bodies were found,
Okay.
and they also based off of the victims established that the killer kind of had a type which was um very petite. They were all 5 foot or under,
Whoa.
100 pounds, in their 20s, and working as online escorts.
Online.
Yeah, they
Oh
were
my
all.
god, and people usually say like online is safer.
Do they though?
I mean, safer than real life.
Really though?
Yeah.
What do I?
And the fact that they are all like small or like petite is even more disturbing because they are like easy to hurt.
Bro, it's gonna get even more disturbing.
Oh,
Let me tell you. But first, I want to talk about the fur. The whoa, the
the fur.
four first victims. So the Gilgo four.
Yeah.
So let's start with Maureen Brainard Barnes. She was the first. She's referred to as the
Oh.
first of the Gilgo four, and she was a single mom of two.
A mom?
Yeah,
Oh
living
no.
in Norwich, Connecticut. So she worked as an online escort, and on July 6th, 2007, her cell phone was contacted by a burner cell phone, which is a prepaid phone that anyone can buy and use anonymously. And between July 6th and July 9th, there were 16 interactions between the caller using a burner phone and Maureen's cell phone.
Okay.
Also, by the way, the Gilgo Beach serial killings lasted for over 15 years. Like, it was
What?
from 1993 to 2010, to be
That's
specifically.
insane.
Yes. Really think about that. Then Melissa Bartholomew, she was 24 years old. She had moved from Buffalo to New York City to work as a hairdresser, and at some point she became.
An online escort.
Yes. And then in July 2009, nearly 2 years later to the day that Maureen went missing,
Mm-hmm.
that was when she also went missing.
Oh fuck.
And in the weeks, this was interesting about her, in the weeks after her disappearance, her 15-year-old sister, she was 15 at the time,
No.
received multiple phone calls over weeks calling from a man
No.
from Melissa's cell phone. And
It's was it this man?
in one of the calls, the killer told Amanda that he had killed Melissa. And later, we'll hear some more about what was said, but it is so crazy.
That
It's
is
so
so
crazy.
insane.
Like in the she I watched this docu series. I'll talk about it more a little later. And she talked in that she was in that.
Melissa or Amanda?
Amanda, Melissa's dead
Oh,
girl.
yeah, but I thought maybe like old recordings.
No, no, no. But Amanda, she literally couldn't live her life. Like, she couldn't. She was scared to get in relationships with people because she was scared it
Yeah.
was going to be him. She couldn't focus
Oh
at
my
school,
god.
so she didn't finish school.
Oh my
Like,
god.
truly,
Traumatized.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense
Yeah.
considering what happened.
Literally.
Then Megan Waterman, she was 22 years old. She's from Scarborough in Maine. And on June 5th, 2010, she was contacted by a burner phone, been, which had happened that same day.
Oh.
And then Amber Costello, she was 27 years old. She lived on Long Island. She was also contacted from a burner phone. And on September 2nd in 2010, she left the house to meet a client and never returned. But after her disappearance, police talked to her roommate, Dave Scalar.
A man?
Yes, why would a man be there? No, but he's Loki a G. Like, he was also in the docu series, and
Oh,
he
good.
he described one of her clients as looking like an ogre.
Okay.
And he drove a specific type of Chevy.
Mhm.
And also he was huge. He was literally huge.
Oh.
Like 6'4" or like 6'7",
Six down?
like that size,
Like Dutch people tall.
like huge. And he was also
Okay.
like broad,
Yeah.
so like
Fat.
like
An ogre.
an
Like big as
ogre
fuck.
for real.
Yeah.
And in the
What
docu series,
fuck?
he also was like, I know that's the dude.
If
I know
that's the
that's the dude.
killer, it's even more disturbing to choose like the most petite women possible.
Exactly.
That's fucking insane.
And keep in mind that David said this because it wouldn't be for years that like anything would be done with this. Just know.
Mm-hmm.
And also the client, this is also reported by Scholar, he offered Castello $1,500 for the night, which is 6 times her hourly rate.
Whoa, 1,500.
Yeah. And in an interview, he also said that this guy was so relentless that he called several times. He was on the phone with her for quite a while each time. And he said the client got Castello, an experienced escort, to do something she never did, which was leave home without her purse or cell phone and meet him in his car.
That is so not gonna victim blame, but let this be your warning to
Don't do
never
it.
do that.
Literally.
And it's not her fault in the slightest, but just that that is a red flag.
Absolutely. And then at midnight, she left the house, walked down the street, and that was it. Like, he never saw her again.
Oh
For
my
real.
god. And he knew she was gonna go,
Yeah, he knew.
and he knew she was gonna go with no cell phone, no person. He was like, "Yeah, girl, have a good time."
I don't think he knew she didn't have her
Oh,
phone and stuff.
okay.
Because I can't imagine he knew that and was like, right.
But they know that information now, that
Yeah.
she wasn't allowed
Yeah.
to have that. Okay.
Like, he made sure somehow that she wouldn't have these things on her.
Oh my god.
Then, going back to Shannon Gilbert, who
Yeah.
started it all, by May 2011, the police had discovered 6 more sets of remains during the search for Shannon Gilbert, bringing the total to 10. 10 people.
Yo.
But
And the fact that these started in 1993 or something.
yeah, but we weren't at the
Oh.
first killing yet. Like,
Oh god. Okay.
that was discovered later. But the investigators weren't sure that the same killer was responsible for all the remains that were found
Yeah,
at this
that makes
time.
sense.
But the remains belong to the following people. I'll list them now.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were identified later in time when DNA testing was becoming more like known and more
Used.
reliable and stuff. But we now know the following, which is that Jessica Taylor is victim 5. She's also an escort. She went missing in 2003. It felt very similar.
2003, and they found her in 2011.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Um, this one felt very similar to the other ones that they had found the Gilgo 4, except she was dismembered.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the others weren't at all.
No, not that
Oh.
I know of. And then victim 6 has now been identified as Valerie Mack. She also worked as an escort and went missing in 2000. That also felt very similar, except she was also dismembered.
So they were maybe suspecting that the dismembered people were killed by someone else, maybe.
Um, I mean, not necessarily, but they just didn't know who they were at first
Oh
because it's
yeah.
harder to identify. Then victim 7 was a toddler girl.
No.
But as far as I know, she was not tied to this guy.
Oh.
The same case.
Okay.
Victim 8 was an Asian male dressed in women's clothing.
Was he
So an
tied
escort.
to
Um,
the killer?
well, it was no, he was not tied to the killer.
Oh, but
but
then
his
why?
death was pretty brutal. They found this all in the same search for
Okay.
Shannon. And then victim 9 was a skull belonging to Karen Vergara, an escort who disappeared in 1996. And victim 10 are remains from a victim that the cops nicknamed Peaches because of a tattoo on her torso. Although her remains were found 6 miles away, police say DNA has confirmed that Peaches is the mother of that toddler.
No.
Mm-hmm.
The toddler is literally breaking my heart.
It's
All
horrific.
of this is, but the toddler is insane.
I know.
You have to be like a different type of sick and
Mhm.
like obviously all of this is sick and twisted, but
Yeah,
still.
for sure. But then finally, in December 2011, a year and a half after she went missing, and a year after the Gilgo 4 were found, investigators finally found Shannon Gilbert's remains. They first found her belongings, so her purse, her cell phone, her shoes, her jeans. And a week later, her skeletal remains were found about a quarter mile from her belongings.
Oh.
But all this only to label it an accidental death without even having done a thorough examination.
You're actually joking.
I'm dead ass.
After finding all of these bodies, they were like, okay, but Shannon's must have been an accident.
Yeah, they've isolated her from this. If you hear the guy, the police officer talk about it, he's also like the boss at the time. He was like, yeah, she was probably scared and hysterical, and like also she had no pants on, by the way. Like they just assumed that she did this herself because it was like the marshes. So that's also why they didn't look for her, which is weird because that was where she was last seen. So I don't know why it took them so long. They said it was because it was hard to search there because it's like mossy and like
You're actually
It's like
joking.
yo like swamp type beat.
No, because okay, like crazy side story, but my dad used to tell me this funny story when I was little about this stupid man, and he was a recurring character. And the joke was that he lost his horse in the forest, and then he was looking for it in the supermarket, and then someone asked, what did you lose? He was like, his my horse. And then they were like, did you lose him in the supermarket? He was like, no, in the forest. And then they were like, why are you looking for him here then? And he was like, because the forest is dark and the supermarket is light. And it was like, ha ha ha, what a dumb story, no one would ever do that. But they genuinely avoided the swamp when they knew she was probably going to be there because it was hard to look in.
Yeah, it was hard to I don't fucking know. Like I think it's a lazy excuse because like you're this is your job for real. Like
Yes.
how could this happen?
What the fuck? It's literally giving that dumb story.
Yeah, it literally is. Oh, I have it quoted. Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison said in an interview with Erin Moriarty,
Right.
Gilbert's death was likely not a murder. It's an unfortunate incident, but right now we believe that she just ran into the marsh and unfortunately drowned
Drowned. Okay. They found her in the water.
in the marshes.
Okay.
Like that's
The swamp.
kind of. So her mom, who was obviously relieved that her daughter was found,
Found.
but then it was quite short lived because it was labeled as a fucking accident. I labeled the next part the storm after the calm.
No. The storm after the calm is crazy.
um so for nearly a decade after the discovery of the Gilgo 4, the investigation stalled until in February 2022 a
No,
new
that's too recent.
bro, yes, a new task force was formed. Um
Mind you, that's almost 20 years after the first killings started.
bro, I know, trust.
Oh my god.
6 weeks later, a guy named Rex I forgot how they said it. Oerman or something.
Whoa, it sounds German.
Yeah. Rex
Oerman or
Oerman
something.
was identified for the first time.
Wait, what? As the murderer?
Yeah. Like he was suspected. Girl, can this
Did he look like an ogre?
Bro, this was, mind you, this was 6 weeks after the new task force was formed. 6 weeks it
Yo,
took
that
them.
new fucking task force is
They
very
did not,
strong.
no, they did not perform miracles. I will explain to you, trust. So it turns out that in the original case files, there were a number of critical clues that the new task force was finally able to connect because, like I said, Castello's roommate, Dave,
Yeah,
right?
he knew a lot.
He had previously described one of Castello's clients and the type of vehicle he drove to the investigators.
Yeah.
It was a first generation Chevrolet Avalanche, and also he described him as an ogre-like man.
Yeah.
And then police took a closer look at Castello's phone records from 2010, and Dave had told them that before Castello disappeared, there was one client that called her incessantly. We know this. We knew this years ago as well.
Yeah.
And then they were finally able to trace the caller who incessantly called her from the burner phones, but they needed certain because it was a burner phone, they could kind of track the location, but they needed some type of kind of information for which you need access from higher up,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
you're essentially kind of breaching
Stealing,
privacy.
yeah.
However, the people in charge at that time, which were Tom Spoda and James Burke,
2 men.
denied the access that was
No.
needed to trace these calls.
What?
Get this.
Yo, they must have been killers themselves or something.
Well, somebody stepped forward. Her name was Leanne, and she said that she had had sexual relationships with Burke at a party for which he paid.
James Burke,
James
of the
Burke,
men
one
who-
of the guys in charge, one of the guys in charge of the investigation.
who didn't want the records to be leaked.
Yes. And she said that he was a little aggressive
No,
because he was himself wasn't even able to like do the deed, if you catch what I'm saying, mind you.
Oh,
And
he
had
had
said that
erectile
she,
dysfunction.
I guess,
and
I don't
then got
fucking
mad at
know.
her.
Yeah, something like that. And he had said that she wasn't a good slut. And he had also, she said that he kind of liked to choke her as well.
No.
Mind
Oh,
you,
no.
this word got out, and he at the time did not get like fired or even demoted. Like, okay,
They didn't give a fuck.
yeah.
If this isn't proof that literally as a woman, you.
He said that it wasn't true. Like he denied everything. Pretty
Oh,
much.
and they were like, yeah, he would never.
I don't know.
He
I
would
guess they
never."
did. Like, girl, I don't know. Like, I feel like Spoda kind of defended him as well. But this shows his respect for sex workers, which should like already have alarm bells going. Like,
Yeah.
why why is he defending this? Like, that's
Yeah.
weird.
And then why is he not willing to help this case?
Yeah. And so there are theories that he was involved with these
Oh
killings. Yeah,
man.
which I really don't think are that far fetched, honestly. But then in 2015, he got arrested. This is before the new task force was formed.
Okay,
I
so
should
this
have,
is an
yeah.
example of like how bad it
This
was
is
before.
how this ended, how the ship,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, when he was finally fired.
Yeah, he was arrested because he had been meeting with police officers to agree on ways to get their story straight.
What?
Oh. So he was charged with civil rights violations and obstruction of justice, but he was sentenced to almost 4 years in prison, which I really don't think is that much.
So this man might be walking free right now.
Probably.
Okay, if you live near Long Island, be fucking careful.
Be careful. And then his bro got what's
His
his name?
colleague?
Yeah, Tom Spoda got arrested in 2016 because he was also convicted of obstruction of justice. And he was almost 3 years in prison, so also nothing. But I feel like these are clear signs of corruption, which
Well, yes.
we always think it's somewhere like far away, but like
It's
it's
literally
happening
right
under
here.
our nose,
Yeah.
guys.
And the people who are supposed to protect you, aka the fucking police, seem very fucking useless in this story. Which
Yeah, I mean they are. They're like their police department is like super like they pay super well, so like everybody there don't give a fuck, Loki, I guess.
oh my
But
god.
but then Geraldine Hart, yes, you heard that right. That's a woman, took over the Suffolk County Police
Bless.
Department. And so, through tracking the calls from the burner phone, a more precise location could be established, cameras could be checked, and the suspect could be pinpointed with the help of the clues. So, it was an architect named Rex Oerman.
Architect.
Yeah, he was an architect.
Hmm. So he had appreciation for fine details, like small details.
I don't fucking know, girl. The burner phones also revealed a burner email address used to search for sex workers, sadistic torture related pornography, and child pornography, according to documents.
Whoa. This went from like 100 to 1 million really
Yeah,
fast.
I know. Oh, yeah, the same account
What?
also made more than 200 online searches for the information about active and known serial killers and the disappearance of the Gilgo Beach 4.
I
Also,
feel like a lot of people do that. Like look for serial killers. Like look them up.
no, but he himself, also, there were some people in the docuseries who encountered him, and
Oh.
he would, like women, and he would ask them, like, do you know anything about the Gilgo Beach 4? Like asking dumb questions like that, and then obviously they were like, oh my god, this is fucking scary as fuck, like let me
Yeah.
not go with this guy.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Oh
um
my god. Fuck ass Rex.
yeah, it was, but they weren't able to arrest him in the moment. um but in January 2023, when Ehrman threw out a pizza box
Why weren't
into,
they able to arrest
because
him?
they didn't have enough evidence.
Oh,
But when then he threw a pizza box
but couldn't they
into,
arrest him for like watching child pornography?
bro, genuinely, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what these people were up to. Like, don't ask me. I don't get it.
Okay.
But then he threw out a pizza box into a public trash can in Midtown Manhattan. But they were tailing him though. Like they were
Uh-huh.
kind of waiting when they could like finally
Mm-hmm.
make a good arrest. But so through that, they were able to get his DNA, and this DNA was consistent with the DNA profile found on a male hair discovered with Megan Waterman's body.
Oh god.
And so, based on the DNA along with the cell phone records, they were able to link him to the burner phone. Oh, wait, to the murders.
Yeah.
So they could arrest him. On July 13th, 2023, Rex Ehrman, I don't give a fuck where he's from. It's like Massapequa Park. I don't think I'm saying
Where
that
the
right.
fuck is that?
Long Island. He was arrested with multiple counts of murder in the deaths of Melissa Barthélemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Castello. And he was the prime suspect for the murder of Maureen, but he wasn't able to be like fully convicted for that just yet.
Whoa, so that's literally 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
But it ain't even done yet. It ain't even done yet. And then the police spent 12 days looking through his house, pulling guns out of the basement and digging in the backyard. Another important piece of evidence taken into possession was the first generation Chevrolet Avalanche registered to him at the time of the murders, but it was sitting on property he owns in South Carolina when they discovered it.
Oh, okay.
Also, they found a document of his which he kept, for which he literally gave himself feedback on what to do for his killings. Like, for example, he learned that them not having a cell phone is better because
Better.
they couldn't call. He he just he was like talking about like he should sleep better so he has more time to like torture these people. Um
The life hacks for killing people is frying me. What the
it
fuck?
was literally bullshit like that he needed to tighten the ropes more. Just just it was
Yo,
so freaky. It's so
it
freaky.
genuinely sounds like a 10 tips you never heard of before YouTube video.
Yeah. Except he made them himself based off of
His previous
yeah.
killings. What the fuck? This is fucking
Yeah, it and
crazy.
it the time it took, wow, because by 2024 he was finally charged with the murder of Maureen as well. So then he was finally charged with the Gilgo 4, finally.
Oh my god,
But he
bro.
pleaded not guilty because of course he did.
Yeah.
Then he got charged for two additional murders, so the Jessica Taylor from 2003 and then this is the first murder, 1993 murder of Sandra Castilla.
Wait, how did they connect him to her?
Well, she was at first, I think, if I'm not mistaken, connected to a different killer's
Ah,
murder.
spree, yeah.
Yeah. But it turned out to be more similar to this one. And yeah, so it wasn't previously tied to this case, but then eventually they've kind of figured it out that it was connected
This.
to this one. And by the end of the year, he was also charged with a seventh killing, which is Valerie Mack back in
Oh,
2000, which was victim six we talked about. Some interesting background info. We don't give a fuck about him, so I really won't get into it that much.
I really want to know.
He was a married man. He had a daughter and a stepson with his
No,
wife,
a
Asa Ellerup.
daughter.
Yeah,
Oh,
but his second wife, who he was with, she was born in Iceland, and so she would take the children to see her family there in the summer, and so that's when he could kind of do his thing.
and every summer he would do this.
I guess he would,
This was his summer activity,
literally.
and the rest of the year he was just like holding in his frustration and will to kill or something.
Probably. He was also like on TV or something. I don't know. They showed like a snippet of a program where somebody like visited him and he seemed like obviously like a charismatic man because that's what they all are, I feel
That's what they
like.
all say about every single serial
Yeah, but it
killer.
was so fucking weird. It's so weird. Um oh yeah, and then in April 2026,
That's this year.
Herman, who is now 62 years old,
Too young.
too old, bro. Why he was able to live this whole fruitful life before he was even convicted or like
Yeah. Wait, so okay, so 20 years ago he started, so when he was around 40 or even younger.
yeah, yeah.
The fuck?
But then he finally pled guilty to all seven charges and even confessed to an eighth. He said he had strangled each of them. On June 17th, a month ago of 2026, he was sentenced to 3 life sentences for first degree murder plus 25 years to life on 4 second-degree murder charges, all running consecutively.
Wait, so before this he wasn't even in prison.
No, he has spent the last 3 years alone in a segregated Suffolk County
Good.
jail cell
Good.
and will now be transferred to a state prison. A
Okay.
little quote from the judge who sentenced him a month ago. He said, "You are a disgusting and despicable small man. If you are a man at all, and you're a coward." And then he said, "Get him out of here."
Literally get him out of here. But the way that people always say like this is not a man, this is a boy. You can't be called a man, he's not a real man. But this is real men. Like this is real men behavior.
For real.
This is what real
For
men do.
real. Feuerman acknowledged that at this point his words had no meaning. When asked by the judge if he was a little bit sorry, he replied, "Yes." Boo hoo.
What?
I have some more notes from court. Because the victims and their, well, not the victims, but like the families of the victims were able to talk.
Yeah.
So Amanda, which was the sister of Melissa Bartholomew,
Amanda.
she was the 15-year-old girl.
Right.
She described to the court the phone calls that Uriman made to her family after killing her sister, detailing how he was letting her sister's body rot and how he had raped her.
To a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah. She said, I was 15, and she addressed him and she said, "You can look at me when I'm talking to you. It's been 17 years since we last spoke." And he had been staring straight ahead blankly for the entire time, but he did turn towards the podium and then immediately turned back.
I mean, I feel like if anyone would be scared to look at her, it wouldn't have been him. He would have probably enjoyed looking at her.
I don't think he did because he would have looked for longer.
No,
I
I
don't
think he was
know.
trying to be politically correct,
I don't know. Probably.
or as much as he could.
Maybe. I don't know what goes on in that guy's head. Then she continued, she said, "The things I do to you are worse than what you've ever done to anyone." And the court gasped, "Save me a spot in hell, because I'll see you there."
Wow.
Icon.
That's
She
amazing.
ate. She
She
ate.
ate, and she
Hmm.
had 17 years to come up with that, and she really came
She
through.
delivered for
Yeah.
real, yeah. Then Nicolette Bernard Barnes, the daughter of Marine, acknowledged that her mother was a sex worker, which she said led her name to be slandered. She said, "Like every sex worker, my mother was an entire human being." She said she was only 7 when her mother disappeared. "I had to wonder where she was. I was a little girl and I needed my mom."
Oh my god. That is literally insane.
Yeah.
This fuck ass man.
Mm-hmm. And then to go back to Shannon, Mary Gilbert, who started all this, she spoke up for everybody. Like because it
Wow.
wasn't just about Shannon, it was about these other women too,
Yeah.
who ultimately were unveiled through Shannon, and she has always been vocal about that. She has always included that.
Yeah.
She unfortunately did not live to see this arrest,
Fuck.
um, because she was fatally stabbed more than
No!
200 times on July 23rd, 2016, by her third daughter, Sarah.
Daughter?
Yeah,
I have goosebumps.
I
I don't know.
know. Roll me too.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Her
Um,
daughter? I'm
I
genuinely
genuinely
so
can't make this
confused.
shit.
Was she mad that Shannon was dead?
Well, okay, so this guy, John Ray, who was an attorney who has represented the family on previous matter, but he was not officially assigned to this one yet. She had said that the young woman was mentally ill and hearing voices. He said she'd gone to her mother's home because she was hallucinating, and Mary Gilbert died while trying to help her mentally ill daughter.
Oh no.
Sarah Gilbert was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years to life.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then this other guy, this author, he's called Robert Kolker. He penned the book Lost Girls, An Unsolved American Mystery. He stated that Mary understood that one way of finding at least a shred of meaning in the loss of her daughter was that without Shannon, there would be no case, there would be no search for the killer.
That's true, but
Mm-hmm.
at the cost of literally a whole life.
Mm-hmm. And as for Shannon herself, her murder is still disconnected from the others and has not been solved.
So he actually would have, like, if she was also his victim, it would have been 9 girls in total.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, what? Who was the woman who was Dave's roommate? It wasn't Shannon.
No, 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 no. That was Amber.
Amber.
Amber Castello.
Okay. I guess they also could have found this out through Amber Castello
What?
in a way, that about Rex Hoyerman, that he existed. But no,
I
because Shannon's
guess.
murder like kickstarted the search, and
And
that's
it
when
was
they
funny
found all of
because
this.
Dave, the roommate, who had
Mm-hmm.
seen him at the time, he had seen him and he knew, he had said, he had thought, this is the killer. He is the killer. And he was right.
Wait, but when he saw him before he killed Amber, right?
Yeah. But he thought, like, obviously,
This looks like the killer.
yeah, like afterwards, if you think about it, he's like, bro, I know
It's
this, it's
definitely
this
him,
motherfucker.
yeah. Fuck.
Like, that's so.
This is
Ugh.
so fucking insane.
Um, Oh yeah, and then so Shannon's murder isn't solved yet. Karen Vergata, victim 9. She was also not linked to RMN, and they called him Asian Doe because you
Him?
know Jane Doe, John Doe.
Yeah.
They called the toddler Baby Doe, which I thought was
Oh,
insane. Like that's so sad.
that is
Um,
so sad.
he is the only unidentified set of human remains, but they're still
Oh,
looking for who that is. The documentary I watched, the docu series, is the 2025 Netflix docu series. It's called Gone Girls: The Long Island Serial Killer. I really liked it. It's very victim centered. It's not
good.
like dramatized or anything. I try to make this also very victim centered
Mhm.
because I don't want to talk about the killer.
Yeah,
I don't think he deserves all that. And also you can really hear the family members. They get a lot of room to speak
that's good.
and tell their stories.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But I did not get all my info from
There.
that. Like also a little bit, but I also got because it ended recently. So we had the BBC, CBS News, ABC Net, Edition CNN, who were all reporting on this, who are some sources that I used for this.
Oh my gosh, this is so fucking crazy. And the fact that the documentary is from 2025
Yeah.
and this
At the
case,
time it wasn't even solved yet.
yeah.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
And it was released in 2025, so it's probably
Recorded even
I
earlier.
think it was recorded in 2024 then.
Oh my gosh. This is so insane.
It's so sickening.
I was not expecting this, honestly. Like, I was expecting, first of all, something that had to do with the beach. Like, I was expecting someone to throw bodies into the water or something. And I was never expecting, okay, I feel like you have to expect the serial killer to be a man. So that's what I was expecting. And for him to be like sadistic and for it to have like a sexual motivation, because that's often the case, or at least in the stories that I've heard of serial killers. But the fact that they were all super like petite, and then later he ended up being huge, and then he ended up watching child pornography too.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
whoa.
I really thought it was interesting about the police being so
So
hush hush and they
yes.
didn't give a fuck. I also think this specifically is just also because of that guy's disrespect for sex workers.
Yeah.
Genuinely because he just doesn't respect them, and
Yeah.
I genuinely do believe he has something to do with this.
I mean,
Because
yeah.
why would you deny tracking those calls? I just think he really helped that guy get away. Like maybe he knew him or something. And also, I feel like he
Mm,
should have gotten more jail time because
for
what
sure.
the hell?
4 years for,
Almost like not even
oh my god. Literally the mentally ill girl who stabbed her mom got more years
in
in
the
prison.
Netherlands.
No, this one. Mary Gilbert. No, the one who killed
Oh
Mary
yes,
Gilbert.
you're right. You're right. You're right. But I surprisingly couldn't find as much about that. Like they just said it in the article, and I was like, wait
What
a
the
damn
fuck?
minute,
Yeah.
because also in the docu series they say that Mary and some, I think Megan Waterman's mom, if I'm not mistaken, there were two moms who weren't alive anymore by the time the arrest was made, and but they didn't say how
Or
they
why?
died. So it was pretty surprising, and I looked it up, but and that what I just told you is all I could find.
That's so crazy.
But I would seriously recommend watching the docu series. It was very interesting, but I kind of spoiled it for you.
I mean, I would still want to watch it. This made me want to watch it.
You should. It's cool because you can hear everybody talk, and like they
Oh
maybe
my
explained it a
god.
little bit better than
I'm
me.
literally sick to my
Yeah,
stomach.
it's
This is so
sickening.
fucking
It's
crazy.
so. Ugh.
Oh,
Well, that was all.
well, thanks for informing me
You're
and the
welcome.
world.
I got you. Well, we hope you enjoyed or
Yeah,
like learned something.
yeah,
Stay safe for real.
yeah. Stay safe. Obviously, never fucking leave your phone at home and make sure it's fully charged every time you go out. You'd rather be late than dead. So,
8.
yeah,
That's such a bar. Wow.
yeah. That's what the tram driver told my mom when he almost ran over her when she was young.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Well, he ate
He
with
ate,
that.
yeah, he ate. And she
He
learned
didn't
a big
lie.
lesson.
Yeah. Please, if you have any feedback on what other true crime
Cases.
cases you want to hear about.
Because I guarantee you I haven't heard any of them.
I maybe, but I could.
Yeah, but
That's fun.
you
Just
usually
give me
do the
some.
research
Yeah.
for this.
Mm-hmm. Give me some inspo. Let me know. That was it.
Thank you for listening. We also have social media, After Hours FM with a zero instead of a O, and we also have a YouTube channel for more casual content, which we release videos on bi-weekly on Fridays at 11 p.m. CET. And if you want to see more podcast episodes, you can find us on Spotify or YouTube on After Hours FM.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.